Woohoo! Siege! So, again, this is a pre-recorded battle because the siege time currently is just insane. It starts for me at like 8 p.m. I only have a few hours to attack, and even in those, it's super hard to record because in the very beginning, everyone is going for attacks, so it's impossible to just get more than like 1 or 2 attacks in. Hate it, hope it gets changed, but yeah. These are the guilds we were fighting, of course, we're here in the middle. The Red Guild, I don't know how strong they are, because this was a matchup of winners from the previous ones. I don't know how strong they are, because I'm not in Velajul, but let me just say that they probably weren't as strong as us, as well as Advent, because by the end of the siege, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a single tower being taken by the red team. Maybe it happened while I was sleeping, towards like the second half of the first phase. But yeah, this was sort of like a 1v1 siege. So on the yellow side, we have the #1 guild in the Katarina server, Advent. And in the blue corner, we have, let me be toxic real quick, the #1 legitimate guild that does not abuse exploits in the Katarina server, Bread! Yes, I'm toxic. Okay, so let's get this started. So I'm gonna showcase the battles that I've done, and we'll see. I'll try to record future sieges, maybe live if possible. I'll see what is the time that I can hit the most attacks in, and yeah. Let's go. Alright, so for the first fight, I attacked this violent guy. Of course, there were quite a few unruined defenses in both guilds, but I tried to attack the ruined ones because it's just more interesting to watch. Like, no one cares about watching me attack 4 unruined ruins, right? So yeah, this was the team. Juno, Isis, what's that guy? The other broken Garo, right? And Ariel. And on my team, full water, because, I mean, they have 1 water and 2 fire units. They were super, like, water, fire heavy, so water is a natural counter to it. And yeah, I went in with this. We'll see how it worked out. Personally, this wasn't that scary. I mean, how should I say it? The only real threat in this team is the Isis, and Annabelle sort of like completely counters her whole Silence Oblivion ability, because whenever she Oblivions and Silences, Annabelle will cleanse herself and another unit. And also the main damage dealer here was the Genos, and I mean, the fire unit won't do much damage against 5 water enemies. So yeah, this was sort of like a complete wipe. I mean, I have a lot of debuffs, but again, I'm a water champion into what? A light summoner. I mean, Cleave, as much as I like to bash on Cleaves, they won't do as much damage as units like Orbia. And yeah, Genos is dead. Squishy unit, no revive there, and after that is just sort of poking them with Destroy. I mean, a lot of my units are on Destroy because Destroy is super broken, as you can see. Cleave is already at his maximum limit. Ariel is slowly getting destroyed, and yeah, once you destroy that HP, it's just sort of game over. Isis and Juno won't be able to do anything else. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Chow actually managed to kill the Light Cleave through invincibility. I don't even know why I took the Chow. I think it was mostly to just take up the attention of that Genos and Ariel. I mean, you have to sort of space out your picks, otherwise you won't have any units to use later on. But yeah, much stronger opponent and easy, yeah? And here's the stats. So, I mean, you can see the Cleave does have a lot of good damage. It was 330. Chow surprisingly doing most damage, but of course, that's just because Chow does a lot of dots. Those dots do a lot of chip damage, and that damage doesn't matter at all. His nuke damage is actually way lower. So yeah, on to the next battle. Yeah, so this next guy was a bit, I don't know, I don't remember whether one of his units was on ruined or maybe they just were on a bit weaker runes, but I attacked him with 3 units just to make it a little more equal. Double assassin. I mean, my plan was to just completely kill off the Lin, and as soon as Lin is dead, no one else will be doing damage, and I'm just able to slowly chip them away. And with Rina, you have more than enough sustain. She has shields, she has heals, she has a cleanse. So yeah, both assassins took down the Lin quite quickly, I would say. I mean, as soon as... Wait, she didn't drop the defense break. But I mean, still, he just doesn't have enough sustain for it, right? He has Konamiya, he has the light AV, but even then, eventually the HP goes destroyed. The Wind Doggo is able to strip and defense break, and Heli is also able to defense break some targets. So yeah, this was sort of a quick battle. I did receive a little bit of damage, but I mean, nothing Rina won't be able to heal up. Those debuffs from AV were very annoying, I'm not gonna lie. That critical reduction and attack reduction is actually pretty strong. I mostly used her as a PvE unit because her passive won't activate in PvP. But even then, I would say she's definitely a decent support for Siege, especially 4-star towers. You can just like weaken your opponents a lot, and yeah, look at that. Like with just those two debuffs, my units will pretty much, at least the attack scaling units, will pretty much do no damage, yeah? And I sort of relied on damage on my Fire Cleave, but even then, as you can see, slowly getting HP destroyed, and yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward it, quick and easy win. So yeah, again, same guy. This time I tried to use a bit more Nat 4 heavy teams, even though this is a Nat 5 tower. The main threat here was the Dark Inogami. I wasn't too scared of Orbi, especially since I will be having immunity and shield, and he does not have any strips on his team. So as soon as that Dark Inogami was dead, it's sort of GG. The Sarion is not able to break through the shield or immunity, so he's not a threat. And yeah, a bit of Ikaru action actually. I already showcased him in a video recently, but yeah, he was sort of really nice into here. He's able to nuke the Tessarian quickly, he's able to nuke the Orbia quickly. And yeah, as you can see, super quick battle as well. Yeah, not much to add really. That spell shield super annoying, but also he is able to break through it quickly because it's a 2-mana ability. Again, we pop another safety from Orbia. And yeah, last few bites on that Shushu and it's a win. Alright, and this was the next day. I had 7 tickets. I used 3 in the first day, I used 7 on the later day. This is the point where pretty much Advent took over like the whole map. They weren't hitting red at all, they were going completely for us, while we were sort of like hitting both them and red. So yeah, it was mostly battles against Advent for the later half. And right now going into the Nat 4 one, I mean, I took sort of like very beginner units, right? Tion, Shannon, Naomi. I had them awaken like level 15 or so, so I thought might as well. There isn't too much threat on his team. There is the Dark Mara, which has anti-revive, but I don't really have revives anyway, and yeah, killing her wasn't a big issue as well. I mean, my Windcat had really OP runes. Of course, the Tion continuously revived her, but then again, I mean, you revive her and she dies in one hit again, like as you can see. She was just revived and my cat is just slowly punching her like 20% per basic attack hit. And after that it was just HP destruction again, destroy runes, fire cleave, just some completely dominates the Nat 4 bases in my opinion. In some cases I just took the, what's it called, the Windcat to just nuke everyone faster with her first skill, because it's a debuff scaling skill, and when you have like 4 or 5 debuffs, oof, it's gonna be tough to survive, especially for units like the water economy. As you can see, I just use one skill whenever she's not provoked. Of course, I wait out the provoke. Konamiya was 60%, no defense break, dead, one shot. And yeah, apart from that, the battle pretty much just finish up Chloe, finish up Cleave, and it's GG. Now for this defense, I was a bit lost. I feel like this guy just threw his best PvE units and called it a day, right? Oops. There's like... Spino is a decent pick, yeah, but the Dark Fox is sort of like a PvE unit. Both light and dark, what they're called, Hulk Magicians, Weaverchill and Celia. I mean, Celia you can maybe use in PvE, but again, super easily countered in my opinion. Weaverchill is just not a PvE unit really, so I just took this. I took an assassin to quickly take out Espino and Camilla. So water mummy for some CC, as you can see. That 2 mana CC just allowed me to avoid Espino's hit completely. After that, I just used the mummy to just randomly CC units. I mean, freeze the Cleave so he doesn't do damage, freeze the Camilla so she doesn't do damage. And yeah, I slept for a bit, it was a good night's sleep. Wasn't too dangerous, Camilla is taken out. Working on Cleave next. The Oblivion from Thessalion pretty much allows me to completely destroy Cleave. He doesn't have any immunity as far as I'm aware of, and once the 2 supports are left, it's just GG. Alright, for this one, there was a Gianna and whatever the Dark Pirate is called, but again, I mean, premium units, but I don't really see the threat here, so I just went with 2 mages, because, I mean, no one will go into my backline, Orbi will hit the front line, Fang will be in the front line, the mage will be in the front line, Animal will just hit the front line, so I took Ariel for some healing. I took Chandra. Chandra is sick. You may have seen my video on him recently, but yeah, probably one of my new favorite units. Hopefully I do get around to making him A15 because he is amazing with Cleave. And once you get into the backline and your Chandra gives that protection, look at that. Chandra just counterattacked, took over 40% of Orbia's HP. 2 mages, so the Fire Panda just died instantly. He's not a Wind Panda, he won't be able to protect against stuff like, what's it called, Nadinha, right? Because Nadin is water. And apart from that, really quick one. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what the Dark Oracle does, but I knew she had bombs and I knew she had a strip. The strip wasn't that scary. The bombs are trash unless they are AoE. And yeah, quick one as well. Alright, this fight. This was probably... I would say this was one of the harder Nat 5 bases. I sort of went in, I didn't expect Nephthys to do much. I thought like, hey, I'll just dodge her and it's gonna be good. That's not what happened. That Nephthys caused a lot of trouble, but I did bring 2 of my best units, that's Juno and the Dark Monkey, into the fight, so I feel like they carried quite a bit. But yeah, that Nephthys was scary. I almost died in quite a few moments. The rest of the units wasn't too scared of, like the Rakan and the Beetle. I sort of expected the Dark Monkey to take care of them, but yeah, as you can see, I thought I'll just get the silence, but as you can see, my Dark Monkey got silenced, then everyone got provoked, and it was a bit scary, especially since Wind Kina is able to just give immunity to everyone. But yeah, once the Dark Monkey launched his second skill nuke, no one is able to survive it, and even with AR, it's gonna be GG from all of the defense breaks and destroys. And once the both provokers are dead, it's sort of over as well. Again, the Nephthys, super annoying, she just keeps silencing you. The defense break is whatever, but the silence is just... Like, look at that, you want to use a skill, my Juno started using a skill and it got cancelled midway. But yeah, 2 supports left, not much left to watch here. Easy win, not really easy. Win, yeah. Oh, there we go. I changed the fight. I forgot. I completely forgot. This battle, this was the only loss that I had in this fight. I went 9 wins out of 10. And for this one, I'm gonna say that the loss condition was definitely the Dark Orbia. Yeah, even though my Shushu should be giving permanent immunity, right? If you get 1 defense not defense break, what's it called? Heal block landed on you. If that heal block is kept permanently, it's sort of GG. It's a complete counter to Shushu, because Shushu will not give immunity if you are not full HP. And she does not have cleanse, so this means you're not able to do that. Yeah, so my Cleave received heal block, I wasn't able to give immunity to him. Then my Zinc, the Dark Living Armor, received immunity, or rather received the heal block, so I wasn't able to give him immunity. And yeah, it's all because of that nasty Dark Orbia, and as well as Loden. Loden contributed a bit, but it was mostly from the Dark Orbia. As you know, I am the #1 Orbia hater. I will always say that she is... Nah, you know what? I won't trigger everyone in this video. Maybe for some arena one. But yeah, sort of lost this one. My team was not able to kill that Icaro. That Icaro actually did a lot of work. Like, the units will not be able to kill him themselves. And I was busy dealing with Orbia, but she just had lifesteal. She had quite a bit of healing. I mean, Shushu, Rina, all those heals, all those cleanses, all those shields. And yeah, this battle was pretty much a loss. Eventually, one of my units died. I think I can skip a bit forward. Yeah, I think it was the Moomin Rider. He used up his second life. Then I believe the Dark Living Armor got owned a bit, right? No, actually, no. I think I just lost the time. So yeah, I killed the Ikaru, but I was on a little bit lower HP by the end. And yeah, I managed to lose this one. If I had dropped them a bit more below HP, I maybe have won. But yeah, that Dark Orbia plus Loden kind of ruined me. Alright, and this is the point of Siege where both the defenses and the offenses are really pushing the limits. As you can see, a very dodgy team on the defense and a very dodgy team on the offense. I think the Mav one was sort of like a really good pick into Siege, because even as a non-Soul Link unit, he's able to cycle your abilities a lot. But yeah, in this one, my goal was to just kill that Dark Archer with Bulldozer, the Dark Inogami, and what else? Oh, myself. Yeah, of course myself. And yeah, after that, there was no threat at all. The Fire Mummy is kind of cool. It has a passive where if you do damage, you get some of it back or something like that, but you just don't do enough damage for that to matter. So yeah, that one was a free kill as well. And yeah, this one was pretty much a GG. I won't waste the time too much. Another Nat 4 base. If you asked me to explain this defense, I couldn't. And if you asked me to explain my offense, I also couldn't. So let's just watch it, right? I don't know, I took the Wind Yeti. Wind Yeti is actually a super good healer. And he is even better in Siege than any other content, because his heal scales with the amount of allies that are alive. And in Siege you have one extra ally, so you do actually more healing than in regular 3-man content. So with that healing, he was able to upkeep me easily. There is no heal block as far as I'm aware on the enemy team. And yeah, whenever I just needed a little bit of healing, I just pop it. It's a full heal pretty much all of the time. He's on full HP. He also has a heal block, I believe, on his first skill, so sometimes I switched it around to apply the heal block on some random target that I could focus. For example, here he applied it on Ikaru. Once the Ikaru is dead, again, no more threats left really, it's just chip damage, and I'm able to easily out-sustain it with the Wind Yeti. So if you haven't yet, I do recommend getting him for the Siege. He's really good. I would say probably the strongest Nat 4 healer, especially in Siege, just due to the raw amount that he heals because of that little added effect. As you can see, that was amazing, right? I should frame this. The floating fire frozen mummy, right? That was amazing. Yeah, Summoner is dead and GG. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the attacks. This is how the map looked shortly before starting second phase. We had a few bases near ours, and we had like 5 or 6 bases, no, actually more, like 8 or 9 bases next to the red team, and the yellow controlled the rest. Red, no bases. I don't even know if they fought, maybe they did. For the defenses, I got hit 12 times and I won 5 of them, so I would say that's a pretty good win. And yeah, 9 wins in offense, 5 wins in defense. Pretty cool siege, not gonna lie. I do enjoy fighting these stronger opponents way more than the previous siege, where most of the battles were just unruined units or units that weren't ruined too well. But I did see that the ratings got reset or something again, so I don't know how matchmaking will look again. Hopefully it's not another food siege like before, but yeah. More siege videos coming soon, for sure. It's really fun content, although it's pretty hard to record because it starts at 8 PM, bro. And I do want to play like Battlefield, Brawl Arena, all of that. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.